made it. There's Sheba out roaming around. We are in the Paddy Creek Wilderness of the Mark Twain National Forest. We're getting ready to do 17 miles out in the wilderness. We'll see how that goes. Now, I've got a new pack today, as you can see. Looks just like the old one. We'll talk more about that later. Sorry about that, guys. I kind of got interrupted back there. That's where the trail starts, right there at that gate. We head north from here until we connect where the trail splits for the north and south loop. Now, for exactly where we are in Texas County, Missouri, just outside Plato, Missouri, and just about 8 to 10 miles south of Fort Leonard Wood, the Army base. We're on a 17-mile loop in the Paddy Creek Wilderness, and I packed enough food for 3 days. I could do this trail in 2, but it's awfully hot, and I can't see any reason in pushing myself or Sheba. There's quite a few cars in the parking lot. I got to fix her pack already. It's come undone. I don't know how many people are out here, but there's plenty of room for everyone, so that's no problem. Paddy Creek Wilderness is located in Texas County, if I didn't mention that. So a lot of what I read on this trail said that it was better to do it in the spring or fall. I couldn't wait. I had the time off for Labor Day weekend, so here we are. Got a new pack, which I tried to mention before, but got interrupted. It's, you see me normally carry my, that looks more like a road than a trail. See me normally carry my High Sierra 75 liter. That's just too big and heavy for the summertime. So we switched to a No Limits Firestorm 50 liter. This will be my first trip with it, so we'll see how that works out. So right now we're on the connector trail, and I'll get back with you when we get to where it splits off for the north and south trails. Oh, it didn't take very long before we came across our first snake. Sheba didn't even see it. Let's just keep count. That's 1. All right, we are officially in the wilderness now. Had to pass through another gate a minute ago. I think people used to sign in, but don't look like that happens anymore. Let's keep going. Now, an interesting little tidbit, I always try to research these trails on YouTube when I, going to do a new trail, get an idea of what I'm in for. And there's just not a lot of videos of this trail. And everyone I watched, they got lost. But I have, I'm just gonna focus. Well, it's not wanting to focus, but I've got a detailed map, turn by turn directions, so I'm not too worried about getting lost. I got my compass. We're gonna, like I said, there's a south trail and a north trail. We'll do the south trail first, It's about 7 miles to get to the far end. We'll have a few creek crossings. We'll have Little Paddy Creek, Big Paddy Creek, and we'll end up at Paddy River. That's where I'm hoping to camp out tonight. We'll just have to see how many people are here and what's open. I have no idea what to expect on this trail because the videos that I did watch weren't very good. So it should be an interesting trip. Alright guys, that's the direction we came from, the Robbie Lake trailhead. We got a trail going that way, one going this way. We got the south loop and the north loop. We're going to do the south loop. And it'll be a little bit, like I said, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but we are right there by that blue dot. We're going to the right. We're going to be climbing up that top of that hill and following that creek all the way, wait a minute, all the way, and plan on spending the night right in here somewhere by that river. So we'll see how that works out. We got now 7 miles. It's 10:30. Supposed to get up about 90 degrees today, I think. They said there was no chance of thunderstorms here. There was at home, but I'm almost 3 hours east of Joplin. It's not supposed to rain here until Tuesday sometime. So if we do stay 3 days and 2 nights, we should be able to get out of here Tuesday before it rains, unless the weather changes, and we all know how that is. They're about as accurate as a styrofoam arrow from a Nerf gun, and that's just trying to put it politely. I've never understood why the Weather Channel even bothers doing a 10-day forecast when they can't get it right more than 3 days ahead of time. Once again, we're going to be battling the heat, and there went another snake. That's 2. Oh well. We're not even probably a mile in yet, and I've already seen 2 snakes. Go, Sheba. Now, horses do use this trail. There's no motorized vehicles, no bicycles, ATVs, anything allowed out here by rule. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. So far, carrying a water bladder sure does help. This pack, unlike my High Sierra, I can actually get the bottles of water out of the side pockets without taking the pack off. I cannot do that with this one. But being a 50-liter pack, once I put a 2-liter bladder inside it, I took up a lot of the room for the pack. So I ended up having to strap my tent to the outside. I don't know what my weight is, and I just bought this pack yesterday, so I'm sure we'll be adjusting on it as we go. It seems to be riding a little low, but the shoulder straps, the whole support system for the shoulder straps is adjustable, just like on my High Sierra. And actually it's a lot like, it's almost identical to my High Sierra, only lighter and smaller. So I'm sure by the time this 17+ mile trip is over, I'll have it adjusted where I want it. Now it does have a better frame system and actually doesn't ride on your whole back. There's a pocket of air I can stick my hand through, so it ought to be a little cooler. All right, let's keep going. First sign of water we've seen. It's kind of down where I don't want to climb down to get to it. I mean, we're not very far in. If we get closer to it, I'm sure Sheba will. It looks like we will. It's kind of mossy though up here. I hear some noise ahead of us. Go get you a drink, Sheba. Good girl. I forgot my walking stick, so I broke me a stick for spider webs. Take a minute, let her get some water. And then we'll get back on the trail and see what that noise was ahead of us. Well guys, we've been going about 2 miles. Oh, man, spider webs everywhere. Apparently I'm the first one on this trail today. I just been getting covered in spider webs. But we've gone about 2 miles. My tracker says 1.6, but I forgot to turn it on when I left the car. So according to my directions, we're about 0.4 miles from Paddy Creek, Little Paddy Creek. We'll stop there and take a break. It says it's generally a good source of water, easy creek crossing. We'll see when we get there if there's any water on it. I'm sure Sheba will appreciate it if there is. Trail's been pretty much just like this. Not a whole lot of elevation gain and loss. I think it said I've actually only gone up like 253 feet or something like that. I should be able to tell we'll start going downhill, obviously. And we're getting close to the end of this ridge that drops off on both sides. Somebody's got a campsite set up here. I gotta figure out where the trail goes, because this campsite just kind of ruins it. They got him a nice spot though, but it's just too close. You know, only gone like a little over 2 miles. That ain't far enough to stop yet. We've been on all rock until just now when I turned this on. Now you can see, kind of got pine needles, which I love hiking on pine needles. Nice and soft. This is such a wide open area, it's hard to tell where the trail is. But we'll follow this. Because I'm going to say we're going to end up going down there eventually. Come on, Sheba. Ah, spider webs. I haven't seen a lot of wildlife besides a couple little lizards, a couple of snakes, and a lot of grasshoppers and spider webs. Alright, let's find that creek. Well, this is kind of disappointing. I'm guessing this is supposed to be the creek. This dry as a bone. From that ridge up there before we started coming down, I know I seen water. But there's none here. But we're going to stop here and take a break anyway before we keep trucking on. Guys, if you can see, we just got passed by a bunch of horses. They were very polite. Of course, we got off the trail for them. I think this is going to be a good spot to take a break right here. Get her some water. Both of us cool down a little bit. And then keep on going. Oh, we did find water in this thing. I guess it was underground where we crossed. There's water here. I already used some of Sheba's, so I'm going to come down here and fill her bottles back up. But we did find water. Well, I feel a little better about finding that water. Not so much for me, I've got plenty for now, but it allowed Sheba to get cooled off. And now we're back on the trail, heading uphill, always, after you leave a creek. We got, let's see here, approximately 1.2 miles, and then the trail will intersect with an old military road. We'll follow it for about 0.4 miles and then head back into the woods again. It's definitely hot. I have no idea what the temperature is. It doesn't matter. It's hot. But Sheba's got her second wind. And we're going to keep right on going. See you in a little bit. We just passed a sign back there that said something loop. Couldn't read it. It's not on my map. But when researching this, I did see a map to where there was a cutoff loop to the north trail. That trail went left, this one went right. I'm hoping I'm on the right trail. We're going to find out, because we shouldn't be too far from where this trail intersects with the road. I guess we'll find out here shortly. That's what I like about these wilderness areas. Ain't no telling how long that sign's been there. It's broke and rotted. Had to stop coming out of that valley where that creek, the little Paddy Creek, it got way too hot. Had to stop and cool down for a little bit. And we got back on the trail. I'm used to hiking in this heat. If you've watched my videos, I seem to never get good weather. It's either hot or raining or something inconvenient. We've been in cover most of the time. That helps. I got the sun beating on me. But there's not much of a breeze in here either, so there's that. We'll just keep drinking water and taking our time. Hi, Sheba. Hi, Sheba. There's Sheba. Yep, we decided to take a break. It's 1:45. We've been on the trail for almost 2.5 hours. Covered 4.3 miles. Gained 944 feet in elevation. And it's hot. So we're just taking a break, taking it easy. My directions that I printed off, and I'll show you when we get to camp, said that we would cross an old military road. I don't know how old these directions are. I seen something at one point that looked like it might have been a road once, but it ain't no more. So I still believe we're on the right trail. And if we are, we got about 2 miles before we get to where Little Paddy and Big Paddy Creeks meet. We'll cross them, and then we'll end up crossing Big Paddy again. I don't know where we're going to spend the night at. We're just playing it by ear. So me and Sheba are going to get our break over here and then get back on the trail that way. I just happened to glance over and of course see a sign with nothing on it and found this old survey marker out here in the middle of nowhere. I can't read it. Pretty cool though. Bearing tree. Nothing on it. No dates or anything. If there was, it's gone now. Alright. You ready to keep going? Alright, we just passed another couple on horseback. And, you know, I've questioned ever since that the trail split back here about 1.5 miles or so, if we went the right way, since I've never done this trail before. I asked him. I was guessing we're about 1 mile from the creek, and that's what they said. So, looks like we're good to go. We'll just keep right on trekking. This trail changes so much from dirt to sand to rock. But it's relatively flat. It would definitely be a pleasure to do when it's cooler. But I'm loving every minute of it, as long as I stay hydrated. And I really don't mind that it's all closed in because it's keeping the sun off of us. Must get phone signal out here because that lady, the lady that was on the horse, she didn't even see me. She said she was too busy texting. Like, why would you be doing that out here? You're on a beautiful horse in the middle of the wilderness and you're on your phone. Really? Yeah, what the hell? Alright, woohoo! Well guys, there's Little Paddy Creek again. And it should join up down here. Sheba's not even dicking around, she's going to the water. It'll join up with Big Paddy, and we'll have to cross it. Find my girl, she's heading to the creek. We're gonna stop down here and take a break anyway. We gotta cross this somewhere. I'm just not sure where, but we'll figure it out. Well, we just came out of there. I'm guessing this is the, hold on a second, Forest Road. It says go straight. It's across Forest Road 220, go straight. I'm guessing this is the trail. I don't know. Ah, here it is. I tell you what, we, like a lot of people, we got lost at the creek. It just made no sense, according to my map. It made no sense at all. I tried following the creek where it was supposed to meet the other one. Couldn't follow it, had to bushwhack. Ended up further south than I thought. Had to get my compass out. Finally found a trail. It was going west, I needed to go east. I turned around and found a couple of cairns that somebody had put on the creek and got back on the trail. From there, the trail went uphill and I got way too hot. Almost got sick. Had to stop for a while just to keep from throwing up. Yeah, that's colorful, huh? We're not too far from where there's supposed to be the Paddy Creek campground. I didn't want to stay there because they say it's close to the road, but you know what, at this point I don't care. It's hot, and I think 7 or 8 miles, we'll see what it ends up being by the time we get there, is enough for one day in this heat. So I'll see you there. Well guys, I wasn't aware of this. Somebody at Robbie Lake Trailhead said there was another parking area down here. I didn't see it on my map. We are done with the south loop and now headed on the north loop. I can hear a road and it says the campground's not far, so here we go. Well guys, we have made it to the Paddy Creek campground. And a real nice gentleman, really nice guy, parked right over there, camped right over there. Brought me some ice water and some water. And man, that is so cool. I am beat. This heat is exhausting. This campground is free. They asked for donations, but unfortunately I don't have any cash on me. She was checking things out. I'm gonna get these wet boots off. Get the tent set up here in a little while. Oh, and he told me about a guy parked down here on the other side of the bathrooms that knows this area, because I don't know where. Somewhere off in that direction I have to cross the creek and get up on a ridge on the other side, and he's supposed to know exactly where that is. So once I get cooled off, I'm gonna go down and talk to him. He'll get camp set up, get some food made, and take it easy for the night. We'll see you guys later. Well guys, it's 5 o'clock. Kind of early actually to quit backpacking, but it was hot. Did I think 8 point something miles. I'll have to look. Over 8 miles today. But we got the tent set up. I don't know if that rain fly is going to stay on there. It depends on how hot it stays tonight. Gave myself a handy bath, and I feel much better. Going to get something cooked here in a little bit. Probably go over and visit with the people that were so nice to give me the water and everything. That's like trail magic, man. Never had that before. So, hell, I'll get back with you when I decide what's for dinner. You guys think Sheba's tired? Shane will get this, my buddy Shane. She goes and lays by the tent. She's ready to get off the ground and in bed. Decided to have some chili mac tonight. Got some water boiling on my D-Power, and I'm going to send D-Power this little short clip because I've suggested this video to people, and as you can see, my igniter broke off. It still works. I used it to light the stove, but that kind of sucks. We're gonna get some food cooked because I am hungry. What's up, guys? Second. It's dinner time. Nice ending to the day. As soon as I get done eating, I'm gonna go visit with those people that were so nice. We're gonna get this chili mac put down because I'm a hungry heifer. No way I could have ate this earlier. A hot meal when it's 90 degrees outside. I got a late start today, so I didn't even stop for lunch. I just had some beef jerky and a Cliff Bar. We'll see how this fills me up. I got some mashed potatoes, got some rice and chicken, a couple of breakfast meals from Mountain House, a couple of packets of tuna, plenty of beef jerky. So I'm going to get to eating, and we'll see you guys later. You know, guys, and I mentioned this before, I've never stayed at a campground while I'm backpacking. Usually, I spend the night somewhere, it's out in the middle of nowhere and there ain't nobody around. But this has been really nice. I've had people stop and visit with me, ask me where I'm from, tell me about other trails. This guy was just telling me about the Norfolk Trail. But he said you definitely want to take a dog and maybe some mace because there's bear there for sure. But this has been really nice. Morning, guys. It's about 7:30. Sun's just coming up. Sheba's over there chewing on a stick like she always does. Got me some coffee, hot chocolate, heating up some more water for the old biscuits and gravy. Then it's time to get stuff packed up because we got 10 miles to do to get out of here today. We ended up doing 8.6 miles yesterday and 10 today or so. We'll see. I bet it's more than 10. We started out by crossing the creek one last time, and the guy that I talked to about where to cross said there is some really neat stuff to see on this last 10 miles, so I'm really looking forward to it. So we're going to have some breakfast, get stuff packed up, and get back on the trail. See you in a little bit. Sheba, Sheba. Well, we are saying goodbye to Paddy Creek Campground and getting back on the trail. We got a long 10 miles to do today, and we still got to cross the creek one more time. So let's get this trip going. Sheba's leading the way. Last look at Paddy Creek. Pretty cool area. The guy told me that I can avoid this part of the trail and go back to that dirt road we crossed yesterday and just cut this part of the trail off. And I thought about doing it because I thought, man, my boots are already wet. I really don't want to get wet again. But that was it. That was the crossing right there. So no biggie. Now we just got to find the trail on the other side. They said you'll have to look for it. I don't want to look too hard. I figured it'd be somewhat obvious. It's a pretty area. The people down here are really nice. And look what we found. The trail. Somebody didn't kind of mark it. All right, let's keep it going. Somebody is filling their oats this morning, aren't you? You better take it easy. We got a long ways to go. We're in the jungle. Well, I see a horse poop. That's a good sign. It was actually kind of nice with the horses passing us in the opposite direction yesterday because they broke all the spider webs for me. So that was kind of nice. I watched one video of this trail where they had to backtrack on the south trail because they said the north trail was flooded. I'm like, why would it be flooded? But now I see if that creek was up, there'd be no way to get over here. They didn't know, like the gentleman told me, that you could backtrack on the road, cut out this, sorry, this creek crossing. Because I imagine this whole thing here would flood if we got a lot of rain. All right, let's keep going. All right, guys, we were just down there. We skirted around this ridge. Focus. Where you see the two blue dots. The second one is where we crossed the creek. We followed this ridge around, and now we're heading back up this way. We'll cross the road, and then there's supposed to be something really cool. The guy said there was like 8-foot deep pools of water. I don't know. I'm glad we're getting this climb out first thing in the morning. One guy's directions on this trail said there was 2 pretty steep 300-foot climbs that'll get your heart going. But in this heat, it don't take much to get your heart going. But it's really pretty up here. It's been quite a climb from way down there. And of course, more spider webs. It's 10:15. I didn't get started nearly as early as I wanted to. That's because I was just exhausted from yesterday. But we're making our way up this ridge. As you can see, it's really pretty and shaded right here. We're just gonna pace ourselves because we got 9 hours before the sun goes down, so we got plenty of time. I almost didn't come down just because of the heat. But I couldn't see wasting 5 days off. So here we are. And it's a good workout. Keep my 50-year-old butt in shape. And I know Sheba loves it. You see her up there waiting on me. I better catch up. How cool is this, guys? We're almost to the top. I can hear the campground below. We're pretty much right across from it now. See you at the top. Well, we made it to the top. Pretty much. It's pretty right here. These rocks, the pine needles, that ridge right there. All these pine trees. It's really pretty. Makes it all worth it, doesn't it, Sheba? Sheba got stick tight stuck to her forehead. Woo! Loving every minute of it, people. Let's keep trucking on. I just thought we were at the top. Guess I should have looked at the map because we got to go up there. Still very pretty. Well guys, we decided to stop and take a break. Just about the top of this ridge. Me and Sheba are pretty hot. So we're chilling. Enjoying this view. I hope that's coming through. Let's see. You see that big hill over there? That's where we were yesterday. And it drops off right there. I mean, woo, all the way down. So we're just gonna relax here for a while. There's a breeze up here. Cool down and then get going again. Really pretty. There's the old pond that was on my directions. And it also said I would be following an old military road. I don't know where the guy came up with that crap, because there ain't no road on this freaking ridge. And he said that I would follow an old military road, then turn left by the pond. There ain't no road. That's not even funny. There's just a trail, and nowhere there could even be a road. The map has been fairly handy. Only got lost once yesterday. And all I had to do was just break out the compass, figure out where we were, and we found the trail. I don't think that's going to be a problem today. but it's early yet. We'll see. Here's a plant I don't see very often. It's similar to a yucca plant. I don't know if that's what it is or not, but we just came across a whole bunch of them. They're just everywhere. Just a big old field of them. If anybody knows, let me know. Because they're disappearing now. Well, it would appear we finally found the road crossing again, which is about the only thing on these directions the guy had right. Said go straight, and yep, we're going straight. Oh, there's a breeze coming down this road. That feels good. All right, let's see what else we can find down here. We still got quite a ways to go. We are, focus, right there, where that blue dot is. And we gotta go that way, and that way, and all the way back to the end. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Taking a few more breaks than I did yesterday. We got plenty of time, so why not? There's Sheba looking at the U.S. Forestry sign. Paddy Creek Wilderness, Mark Twain National Forest. Section 2. I may be setting a goal for myself to try to hit every section of the Mark Twain. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but it sounds like a pretty good goal. We've done the Paddy Creek Wilderness. Now we're doing the Paddy Creek Wilderness. And we'll just have to see what's next. Can't film. Too many rocks. See you later. Well, once again, right back behind us, the trail split off. Not on the map. Somebody had put some orange tape on one of the trees. The horse track said this was the way to go. Sheba said this was the way to go. She actually checked out both trails and then started down this one. I don't know where that trail went, and with the heat, I'm not looking to add any more miles to this trip. So we're going this way. The way Sheba chose. Hi, girl. It's a big old rock. Just out here in the middle of nowhere. Nothing else like it around. Pretty cool. Well, that's probably a pretty good sign we're on the trail. The right trail. It goes that way. The Sheba needs some water. And we're going to take a break right here. At least we got a place to sit in. Oh, baby girl. A little update on how we're doing. We had done 8.6 yesterday, so we've done about 4 of the 10 today. Total ascent for the trip, 3,318.2 feet. Max speed's off because I don't know why. I've never done 16 miles an hour. It says we're averaging 1.6 miles an hour. Not too bad. We're just enjoying our little break. Well, we've come across another creek bed. The trail was right back up there, and I could see some kind of stagnant water that way. But as you can see, big old, I mean, it's got to take a lot of water to flood this. And it could be another one of those instances where there is water, it's just underground. But the trail keeps going in that direction, and that's where we're headed. Sheba getting her some water. There is water in this creek. She's thirsty. Give her a chance to cool off. I didn't realize we were going to cross this thing so many times. This is the third time. The first time we've seen water in it. So it's good for her. Onward. Guys, I was actually beginning to wonder, just because of us following that creek bed, until I seen this and that. Now I feel a little better about it. It's the way it always is in these wilderness areas. This guy says, I don't know if this is the old military road he's talking about. But the trail goes that way. Yep, going in the right direction. Now I know why that road or trail went both ways down there. It's a horse camp. Roby Lake is where we started, and that's where we're going. Hi, Shebas. It's 10 after 1, so once again we're getting into the hottest part of the day, noon to 3 or so. It's been a workout for this old man, but we're doing it. See you in a little while. Well, there's an odd thing to see out in the middle of nowhere. It had to have something to do with when this was part of Fort Leonard Wood, because this is the old military road, and you can kind of tell that just by how wide it is, that it might have been a road at one time. I can't imagine why there'd be no manhole cover out here. It's kind of weird. Well, there's the pond the directions said would be on our left, and it is. Pretty cool. Looks like a good place to take another break. Well, we had a nice little break back here by that pond. Had some lunch, a couple of packets of hickory smoked tuna, 220 well-needed calories. Shared some of it with Sheba. And if that guy's whose directions I've been following is true, we got 4.8 miles to go yet. Yeah, looks like it's starting to get a little cloudy. I definitely don't want to get rained on. It wasn't supposed to rain here until tomorrow. But we'll see. Well, here's a cool little area we just stumbled across. Probably really cool if there was actually water running on it. Runs on down that direction. I had to stop here anyway. Change socks, shirt, undies, put on all dry stuff. And there's a camp right over there. So it was a good place to stop. Take care of my feet and everything else. Now it's time to keep on trucking. Getting tired. Yep, we are taking another break because it is hot. Hold on a second. Hey, now I can see myself. I'm just sweating sitting here. It's 3:41, and if memory serves me right, once this focuses in, if it will, we are right here, and it's 1.5 miles to the end of the trail from right there. So I'm gonna guess about 2 miles, giving myself a little leeway. According to my app, we've only been averaging about 1.5 miles an hour. It's just hot, and the last part of this trail has just been down and then back up and down into a dry creek bed and back up the other side. Sheba's tired and I'm tired, but we're still enjoying it out here. But it's going to be nice. I'm looking forward to the largest Coke at the first fast food place I can find. We'll see you at the next stop. That way. Can you guys hear that? There's a waterfall down there. See it? I don't know if the trail's going to take us to it or not. If it don't, we might have to try to go to it somehow. Well, we'll see. Well, we're going to have to figure out where the trail goes from here. There's a small waterfall right there. And there is a trail that goes this way. I don't know if this is our trail or just one that goes to the waterfall. We'll go to this one first. That's kind of pretty. Get you some water, Sheba. Get you some water. Good girl. Well, this is one. The other one's down this way. Oh, my feet hurt. Hey, there is a trail that goes down to it. Kinda. Look at there. Go, Sheba. Oh, it's nice and cool down here too. Sweet. The only thing is, I still don't know where the trail is. But at least we found the waterfall. Alright guys, remember this from yesterday? We have made it to the cutoff. We got 1 mile to go that direction. I'm going to stop here and take a break, catch my breath. And then me and Sheba are going to knock this last mile out. See you in a little bit. Would you believe it? 1 mile to go and it's starting to sprinkle. We got to knock this mile out before it starts raining. Huh, Sheba? Let's get going. Well, we made it back. I think right over there by that tree, you can see the gate. And my Jeep is right over there somewhere, right there. I'll wrap this up with trip totals and final thoughts as soon as we get in the car. Alright guys, can you see me? Hey, we made it out. Trip totals was, and I'll post this on the video, but at the end, 18.1 miles. They were a little crooked there. 18.1 miles, 5,238 feet in elevation gain. Average speed after the heat today was 1.5 miles an hour. To 12 hours, 29 minutes, 18 miles. Not bad, considering how hot it was. I'll tell you what, I don't think I'll be doing this trail again. Not in this heat anyway. But I wanted to thank you for watching all the way through. Comments are welcome, and as always, get out and live life. Just don't kill yourself doing it.